Hey everyone, I wanted to show you one of the methods with the mica powders. This is going to be what I call the puffer method. So far you want to have your cup sanded thoroughly, and then you're going to wash it thoroughly. And then you could even take some, after you wash it to get the oils and stuff off, take some alcohol and put it on a paper towel and just wipe it down. You'll probably still see some black stuff come off the cup. You want to get every bit of that off. And then once you've done that, you can prime it, and then you can start with your designs. So far I have, the only colors I have on here is I did a layer of universal white and then a couple layers of the black gloss. This is just a plastic cup from Michael's. I think they're $1, and then I got a few of them to do practice stuff on, and then I give them to my daughter or whatever to play with. So right now we have, it's completely dry. It looks shiny just because of the black gloss, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to do the puffer method. So just drying off my paintbrush here. Alright, so I'm going to use bright tone on top of this, and that's what I'll use to adhere my micas. So I'm just going to get this to turn the other way. So just apply your bright tone like normal all over the cup. I just add a little bit, a couple drops as it spins, and I brush it downwards. And then if I feel like the bottom is still kind of dry, I'll just add a little bit more. And I just do little pea-sized drops. You don't want it dripping. And then I'm just going to smooth it out all the way around to make sure I got the entire cup wet. This is a tack line brush that I received. I got it from Michael's. I love them. The bristles are so soft. Okay, so this is completely covered now. I'm going to start with my micas. So my daughter picked out 3 colors that she wants. I use, these are the Pearl X micas. We're going to do a pink, a blue, and then I also have an ultra fine holographic gold that she wants me to spray on there too. So to do this, you're going to want, this is what I use. It's called a pipette. You can get them on Amazon. I got a ton of them for really cheap. It's kind of like a syringe. They do have measurements on the side, but I don't use that. So basically you just dip it in. I'm going to squeeze this and then dip it and then release my squeeze, and it'll pull some up. So now I have, I'll show you, there's not very much in the bottom. I don't even know if you can see it, but there's just like a tiny amount down the bottom. So I'm just going to let it fall back to the tip, and I'm just going to poof it on. And then normally I have, since I have so many of these pipettes, I usually just use one for each color, but just for this practice cup, I'm just going to use the same one. So now I'm going to do some of the blue. You'll see some of it kind of pile up, and you can tap it and some of the excess will fall off, or you can just blow on it and that will kind of remove some of it that is puddled up. So this one is the blue. This blue is gorgeous. I love this blue. Keep in mind, I don't know if you saw that, but it will blow everywhere. And if you're concerned with inhaling it, since it is such a fine powder, you can wear a mask during this. I choose not to. That's my choice. I'm sure someone will tell me I need to wear a mask. I already know. I choose not to. Alright, so I have that on there. So now I'm going to do a little bit of the gold. I don't know if you can see these bursts. Since I hold my pipette at an angle like this, I'm getting bursts that are going upwards like that. If you hold it more straight down like this, the burst is going to kind of go out more of a circle like a pom-pom and like a firework. These look like fireworks to me, but alright, so I'm going to do this gold. I haven't used this gold in a pipette before, so we'll see how it goes. That's really pretty. This isn't as fine as the mica, but it is a really fine, it's an ultra fine glitter. And you can do little poofs, you can do big poofs. You can pretty much control it by the amount of mica that you have in the pipette and how hard you squeeze the pipette to give it a big blow or a little blow. So I think I'm just going to call that good. I don't want to put too much on here, and I really want to keep some of the black behind there. I'm going to drop in a few little stars that I have. Just to give it a little bit of a galaxy feel. And actually, I may do this on the next coat of Bright Tone. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait until I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll do a coat of Bright Tone, and then that's when I'll drop in my stars. So anyways, I hope that helps with one of the methods of applying your micas. I think it's really fun. A fun way of doing it. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. Okay, here we go with the next coat of Bright Tone over our Puffer mica cup. I'm not going to seal it or anything. It's not going to move. And I'm going to add some stars to here because my daughter wants some stars. Going to like to put like a pea-sized amount of Bright Tone on the cup, and then I just brush it downwards. And then I'll brush it upwards just to make sure I don't have any puddling up around the edges up here. I'd rather have, if I have any puddling, I'd rather it happen at the bottom than at the top. So you'll notice that when I'm like basically hanging my brush off the end and then dragging it. So if I do have any excess on my brush, it'll puddle towards the very bottom of the cup rather than the edge of the cup. Okay, so now that we have that on there, I have these glitter stars, and I'm just going to, I might just use my tweezers and put them on there because I don't want a ton of them. And sometimes it's hard to get them spread out. They like to clump up together. I have two right there I'm going to try to fix. Oops. gonna try to grab this one down here. There's two side by side. Just gonna slide it over to a new place. Get off. Well, if I could just grab them. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I will continue adding layers of bright tone onto here until it's smooth over my stars. And this is just going to be a little play bottle for my daughter, so I'm not too worried about how smooth it is. If you were going to a customer though, I would make it totally smooth before I delivered or shipped it. So anyways, I hope that the video has helped you learning how to poof mica onto your cup. If you have any questions, you can contact me via Facebook.